Hi, Biffs.
Hey, Beth.
Dear Abby.
Dear Kiki.
Dear Captain.
Red
Cheers to
flag,
you.
desperate housewife.
Pinot Grigio.
Doesn't want to marry
Booster
you.
power.
Love you like I
Pour
love
more
you.
wine. We're drinking.
Don't talk to yourself like
Cheers,
that.
Biff.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Ill-advised.
Ill-advised. This is ill-advised. Hi, Biffs.
Hello.
Hello and welcome.
Welcome to Ill-advised.
Podcast where two best friends tell you what to do after someone else already has.
Like your mockumentary.
And not the director that fooled you into thinking it was a documentary.
Oh my God.
I'm so sorry.
You had to suffer with me, so it's fine.
Well, through the last 15 minutes.
True, you were less invested.
Yeah, well, I was invested with the story you told me.
Yeah.
Until I found out the dude didn't really kill himself or the filmmaker.
Now, I don't know if I'm allowed to say.
Say
I was going to say now I wish they didn't. And that's why I was like, I don't know if I can say that.
I don't know what you can say when it's fake.
Yeah.
Fiction is friction, bro.
God.
We're not about that life.
They're fired.
So is that person. Who the fuck is that?
Hank Foley.
Well, this is why we don't leave the TV on when we record.
I know.
It's
you hit
too
the
late.
wrong button.
It's I always hit mute.
Oh, I do prefer mute.
Yeah. Well, there it is. We're just going to have to suffer with the Water Street Butcher.
Poughkeepsie.
Yeah.
I was going to say, at least we know this one's.
This one's a fake. Yeah, we had to look it up, though.
Yeah, because I would have thought it was.
The name of the
real one.
mockumentary is A Necessary Murder.
A death.
Death, whatever.
Unnecessary death.
It was both.
It's supposed to be like this really wild documentary following this guy who's like he's going to kill himself.
Right.
And like they followed him through like his final days.
Right. And they did.
Fucking bastards.
Fucking bastards.
Anyways, it was fake. So before you start hanging us.
It's funny because when you texted me about it, I was with Wyatt and I'm like, Stephanie's watching blah, blah, blah. And he's like, yeah. I was like, but we're watching Dexter and that's assisted suicide. And he's like, oh, yeah. Is that legal? I was like, this is why I'm talking about it.
Right.
And now I get to tell him, sorry, kid, it was staged. Like my sexuality in 2007.
I was like, wait, are you about to drop some life altering?
Am I going back in?
Can we just drink?
No, not before I say, if this is your first time listening, that's
right.
Stephanie, the pinky toe on your left foot. I'm Ray, the pinky toe on your right foot. And yes, you can bang us on all the furniture in your house all day long.
I was going to say, in the pinky toes you want to bang?
Yes. Yes. Cheers. We're cheers now before I introduce the wine.
Okay.
Okay. We have it says shimmer on it. So I got it for you.
Ooh, I wish they put drinkable shimmers in it.
No, thank you. Francis Coppola. We like Coppola
I was going to
wines.
say Coppola is familiar.
Yep. This is a blend of Sauvignon Blanc and Pinot Grigio from 2022.
Ooh.
24, sorry.
Ooh.
Learning numbers.
So isn't Mia.
22. Or learning numbers. Got it. I was like, that doesn't make sense. She's older than that.
I was like, wait, what? My kid's not 2 or 22. Like, what the fuck?
Doing good.
You're fired.
Shimmer. Experience the refreshing union of Sauvignon Blanc and Pinot Grigio with Shimmer by Francis Coppola Diamond Collection. Crisp, vibrant, and refreshing, this blend invites you to unwind with every sip. Pair with sunny days and good times, light appetizers, and seafood dishes.
I was going to say the bottle is very, take it, throw it in my beach bag and bring it to the beach.
Literally caught my eye and I was like, well, now I got to get it.
Yeah, I guess it's a beach on the front, so that makes sense.
Oh, I suppose it is.
The brown and blue and yellow dot.
Yeah, I see it.
For the sun.
God damn it. Mail step.
Do we know where Coppola?
I think they're a California wine. Yep, they are.
So we may or may not love this.
These days, it's going to be a gamble no matter what.
That's cheers to that.
Cheers to
weirdy
that.
cheers. But
Wait,
that's
who
okay.
cares? Smells like Pinot Grigio. Straight foot.
See, I don't smell foot, but I do smell the Pinot.
Yep.
Pinot.
Nothing. Ooh.
But yeah. Right. Welcome.
Whoa,
your
that
life.
was an attack.
No, you eat lemons for fun.
No, I fucking don't. I eat limes for fun.
Okay, same difference.
It's because it hit the sides of my tongue. The sides of my tongue, both sides were like.
No, the front is sour.
No, but
the front of your tongue is
sour.
sour.
But when it hit the sides of my tongue, it was like, what is this?
An explosion of sour.
It was.
See, like the flavor is good, but it was like
my tongue got molested.
I think it did because you were like,
It was great at first. Number
I was
2.
gonna say, and then you took back your what's the word I'm thinking of?
Rescinded? Recanted?
Yes, but you recanted your agreement. What's the when you say yes? It's important for.
What does it look like you're going to call me a very inappropriate name right now?
Like in.
Oh, number 2.
What's the fucking word?
I don't know.
Consent.
I withdrew my consent.
Thank you.
So
that's what your mouth. You took a drink and we're like, and then it was like, oh no, like take it out. I withdraw my consent. That's what your mouth did. That's all. That was a long time.
Consent. I still I'm the one that did it. So
that's my point. It's like you agreed, and then all of a sudden it was like, no, I don't know if I agree anymore.
Sure. Let's just.
Are you consenting?
I'm consenting to a second sip. Asshole.
Until you swallow.
Yeah.
That one got tossed to the back of my throat.
It's the sides of my tongue.
That's
they
so
feel
weird.
So juicy.
So juicy.
This sound is going to sound terrible to those listening. So think of it as ASMR wine porn.
Ooh.
Yeah. Slurp it.
Consenting wine porn.
Third one.
Oh,
Are you going to eventually like it?
I fucking hope so. The second one got thrown to the back of my throat, so I didn't.
You might need
get a
2 more then.
Right.
I think you need another one because I actually like it. And I actually think you would like it too, but I do taste the sour that would put you off.
I was going to say this one was like the lesser of.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully.
4.
I want to love it. I just can't.
No, it's not doing it for you.
Although I'm trying to imagine being on a wicked hot beach and I can't breathe. Dying, from heat and
desperate for a drink.
I need a cold drink and you hand me this and I fucking take a big old swig.
I like it. I'm gonna give it a 3.5.
I was gonna say, I think I'm just gonna do a 3.
Yeah. Well, you don't like it at all.
I do like it.
Yeah. Okay.
I just want to like it more than I actually like it.
Oh. Okay. I figured you'd give it a 2, 2.5.
No, 3. Because it's good. It's not it's bitter.
Mm-hmm.
It's not, the flavor's not gross. It's just a little too sour for me. But
okay.
it's refreshing.
I think it's shimmery in my mouth.
I didn't get shimmery.
I think shimmer should be if it's sparkling. Like what you got had.
Or a rosé would be a shimmer.
I suppose. I can see that too.
Well, there you have it.
We'll move on, shall we? To our next segment. I have questions this week.
I think you just have questions in general.
In general, I do. I've been asking the same ones forever, and you refuse to answer them.
I told you I'm not
And so do your actions.
I told you I'm not equipped to answer those questions yet.
I know, hidden underneath the surface, there's something very sinister.
But there's not. That's what makes it worse.
But I don't believe it. That's what makes it worse.
Oh, fair.
We're going to The Independent this week from the UK with their agony aunt, Victoria Richards.
Oh, did we do Victoria Richards before?
I don't think we've done her before.
I was gonna say,
Maybe
I would
we've read
remember
her
her
on the
because-
podcast, but I don't know if we've done her.
Oh, I thought I'd remember her because my sister-in-law is Victoria.
Oh, I was just thinking done her.
I know.
Do her.
I know.
Okay. Well, now that I'm done being immature,
Oh,
I don't actually think we've
done her or did her.
Right.
Got it.
Her column is Dear Vix. Before it used to be, there used to be somebody else who did, I think it was Virginia Ironsides.
That sounds super
She
familiar.
used to be the agony aunt for The Independent. But let's start with this one. I'm obsessed with my boyfriend's ex, and it's becoming unhealthy.
Oh.
From February 27th of 2025.
I'll
Dear
bite.
Vix, I can't stop thinking about someone I've never met. He's fit, successful, good looking, and I hate his guts.
Is this a gay couple?
I really hope so.
True.
Why? Because he's my boyfriend's ex-boyfriend, and I can't stand him.
This is less fun.
It's way less fun.
So many gay guys are hot.
I disagree.
That's why I changed
think it's
my
pretty
statement
even.
from all to so many.
It's just, I think it's equal across the board.
It's easy for you to say as a gay man
Who only thinks there are ugly gay men.
who.
Not all of us.
Okay.
Okay. Why? Because he's my boyfriend's ex-boyfriend, and I can't stand him. I've never actually met the guy in person, but I seem to think about him even more than I do my boyfriend. I stalk his social media. I check his Instagram and Twitter accounts daily. I even search through his playlists on Spotify, trying to analyze which songs he's added. Sometimes I look up the lyrics and read them to try and see if there's a hidden message or who he might be thinking about. I constantly quiz my partner about whether they're in touch. He says they text occasionally, but nothing regular.
Oh, hi, Stephanie.
Oh, right, because there's no LY there, just regular. I wanted to put regularly in there. It just made sense to me in English. And if he misses him. I just need to know how our relationship compares to theirs, whether our sex life is better than theirs was, and if he's happier with me than he ever was with him. I can't help myself. I'm just so jealous and paranoid. Even though he says he loves me and I have nothing to worry about, and weird as it sounds, I do believe him, I'm convinced that one day he'll realize he's made a huge mistake and want to get back with the love of his life. It's really coming between us now. We're arguing a lot, and it's always been about his ex.
And you motherfuckers call us bitches crazy.
Please help. I don't know how to get past this. Obsessed.
The question should have been, I'm about to ruin my relationship for no fucking reason.
I disagree. I disagree. I think the question should have been, how do I end this relationship and try to get with my boyfriend's ex-boyfriend because I'm secretly in love with him?
No.
Yes.
That is not secret in love with.
Well, that's secret.
That is blatant, like he said, paranoia.
Paranoia, but he wants him. I'm a gay.
No,
this is what we do.
No, he does not want him.
This is what we do.
He thinks his boyfriend is still in love with him. That's the only...
Because he's in love with him. Do I have a shot if you're out of the picture?
You know what's worse is that, like, I have to listen to you because you're a gay guy. Like, I can't argue.
But I know, I want to generalize it as a queer thing, but honestly, that's just the feeling I got from this because Queen's gone queer. It's just like, it's one of those things that does happen.
Those fucking things hurt.
Was that a feather?
Yeah.
Oh, from your pillow?
Yeah. Jabbing me in the back every time I moved.
Was that a down pillow feather or were you happy to see me, Bev?
What am I, laying eggs over here?
Bacock.
I think this has nothing to do with the ex other than he's got some serious insecurity issues and think that the boyfriend is gonna or is still in love with the ex.
I think it can be both.
The only reason why I'm investigating and obsessing over my boyfriend's ex is because I'm paranoid that he's going to leave me to go back with her, or that they're still talking, or that there's something there. It doesn't actually have anything to do with her directly.
I just wonder what you think you're going to find on their Instagram every day. Checking it.
That she posted something about him, or that there was an indirect, or...
But it almost...
That's what
it's
I'm
kind
saying.
of like thinking the other person's going to go out of their way to post something to give away that they're thinking about or back with their ex.
Yes.
I don't know.
Or like an indirect. Like I'm looking up word lyrics to see which songs feel like they're about.
Yeah, that's fucking too much.
That's why I said it. You bitches call us bitches crazy.
That's too much.
But that's what I'm saying is that like it doesn't actually have anything to do with the ex, other than the paranoia that they're still talking. That he's somehow still in love with him, or they're secretly still talking. They have to be, or
it's just the fact that he's obsessed with him, thinks he's beautiful, and blah blah blah. All of this.
Yeah, that's why he thinks the ex is. There's no way that they're broken up for real, or there's no way that he's not still in love with them. Because look at him, he's perfect.
I know, but the way that this is worded makes me think he also kind of wants him.
He wants to be him because he probably thinks the
that
ex
sounds better.
Loves him more than he would ever love him.
I can't believe I got that.
Right.
Yeah. Yours is less fun now.
I know.
I was trying to make this more entertaining for you.
Once you kept reading the question, I was like, meh.
Boo. Gay. Totes. Well, I don't want to put that thought away. I think I like it. I like the wild conspiracy,
I'm all for the drama.
Oh.
Check that fucking social media every day. That song is definitely about the ex.
He still has a picture up from 2023 of you. What the fuck are you going to do about
far
that?
Back enough.
Nope, exactly.
Keep scrolling.
Exactly. For all you know, they went to middle school together.
And while you're checking that playlist, check your man's playlist. Because I bet them songs that he's pumping iron to in the gym.
No, he's pumping iron, all right.
Exactly. He's picturing pumping something else.
That's right. Put another plate on that stuff. Dear Obsessed, it's no wonder that the British writer and Quaker William Penn once wrote that the jealous are, quote, troublesome to others but a torment to themselves.
Fair.
End quote. Torment being the operative word. The problem with feeling jealous, an entirely natural and human emotion that we all experience, is that the person it hurts most of all in the end is you. It doesn't appear that your suspicions are based on substance unless we're missing some of your story. Your boyfriend isn't in direct, regular contact with his ex. They're not meeting up or having clandestine calls, and he's been transparent with you about how he feels about you. As far as we can see, he's telling the truth. The rest is all negative fantasy. So, how about we get rid of the word jealous altogether and replace it with the word insecure? Doesn't that give us a different perspective?
1 point for me.
Yeah.
That was the first thing out of my mouth.
But I'm gay, so 10 points for me.
No.
Because it was probably in my mouth first. You sound bruised and hurt, and it sounds like you're carrying the shadows of a previous pain from childhood, from a previous relationship, into the present day. Perhaps that was someone important to you who was inconsistent or let you down. Maybe you learned it was impossible to believe someone would do as they promised, to trust that they'd always be there for you. But that's in the past. The man is here and he loves you. What you're feeling now is not actually about him or them at all. What I'd ask you to do is take some time to look inwards. You're so busy looking outwards at another man's Spotify and Instagram accounts and at your own imaginings of what their relationship was like, that you're forgetting your own tender heart. Your paranoia and fears that you somehow fail to measure up to someone else, and it could be anyone. The only person daydreaming and pining over your boyfriend's ex is you.
Bitch.
Yeah. Yeah. Skimming it, it's all the same. It's all pretty much.
Insecure.
Delete the
trauma.
apps from your phone, switch them off to make you feel like you shouldn't urge or to dismiss the urge.
It's going to make you feel so much worse.
I don't know.
Trust me.
Just don't look at them.
No, just keep doing it
Just
until
fuck
you're.
Just fuck them. That's what you want to do.
Like, Oh,
That's what gays do.
that's why you guys broke up.
Are you even gay, bro?
And your dick's ugly. You're right.
Hmm?
You've yet to be with a gay
With what?
I'm not even going to say it.
I've yet to be with a gay man with what?
An ugly dick.
Oh, I guess you're right. That's because I won't.
That's fair.
If it's not, like, I can't fake it. I'm not about to fake it. No, why start now? Next one?
Yeah.
Yeah? You sure?
I just hope it's a straight one.
Why?
Because I can't argue these ones.
They're the same thing. It's human emotion.
True, I was right. I was super right about
You were
this
so
one.
right.
I nailed it.
I know.
And you didn't even.
No, I didn't want to. For the record, I didn't want to. I want to be judgmental today.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Say that in the opening.
I don't want to.
Then I'm not going to argue.
I didn't ask you to. You want to argue.
You really want to argue.
You want to argue. Dear Vix,
bitch.
a fortune teller told me to dump my boyfriend.
Wait, so did you?
So should I?
Ah!
This one is from
So should I?
May 8th of 25.
Please say their age. I hope it's some 45-year-old.
I hope it's a 20-year-old.
No, because that's like dirt.
Dear Vix, I went to a fortune teller recently to help me decide what to do about my relationship, but it's only confused me further. First, she said the winds were changing and I could expect something new to blow into my life. Next, she said I should watch for a warning. Then she offered to read the tarot, and I got the Death card, which she said was an ending. The Devil, which she said represented controlling behavior in toxic relationships, and the Ten of Pentacles, which apparently can sometimes mean marriage, but in my situation relates to two people sharing a tired and mundane life. She seemed to be saying I should break up with my boyfriend of 10 years, but I can't even begin to imagine leaving him.
Boring.
Yes, I've been feeling increasingly suffocated, isolated, and wait, can you do both? I'm sorry. Suffocated, isolated, and I'll be honest, a bit depressed. My world feels like it's shrunk a lot. We moved miles away from all of our family and friends because the houses were better value in the countryside. He's the main wage earner, so he got to decide. But now I really only see my partner and our dog. I've lost my community and feel like I've lost a sense of who I am without him. My boyfriend says tarot is nonsense and I shouldn't take any notice and that it doesn't... Go on, Beth.
Wait, so she came home one day like, babe,
Cleo told me to go.
I don't know what to do.
You should take your dog and go.
So-
Well, Cleo's now Latina, so...
I went to tarot reading and she said, I got to leave you. But I just don't know what to do. What do you think?
Tarot is nonsense. And you shouldn't take any notice.
For fuck's sake, man.
And that it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks or that we are on our own.
Or that we're on our own?
Yep. I keep reading it over and over, and that's
Maybe
exactly
she
what it
didn't
says.
mean to say
I don't
or.
know. Oh, because we only need each other.
Oh.
Got
Doesn't
it.
matter that we're on our own
Got it.
because we only need each other.
He said this before when my family tried to step in to stop me from moving so far away with him. Oh, Beth, are you feeling what I'm feeling?
Mm-hmm.
And to tell me we should separate because they were worried about me.
Okay.
He said I should break ties with them because they're not supportive. But is
Okay.
he right or
We-
are they?
we get it.
Mixed up mystic.
Got it.
Bro, I've never met a fortune teller who had it so on the money.
I think I'm pursuing the wrong career.
No shit. You can have my deck.
Oh my God. I will take your deck.
Deck with an E.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't get this deck.
No thanks.
I know, because you're giving me yours. I'm going to get this deck. So my first, like right off the bat, my first tentacle.
Mysticism. Tentacles.
Feeler was the right in like the first handful of lines where it said something about like I was already confused. So I went to go see
Right.
And now I'm even more confused. Like, confusion is like...
That's your
immediate
tentacles.
First flag.
Your antennas.
Like, never, ever, ever in something good or something healthy or something will there be confusion. And if there is, because like someone like me, I'm not fully healed from certain things in my life. So there will naturally be my insecurities that could create confusion or something. But with the right man, a healthy or a healed man, he's going to have no issue being like, babe, that's you. That's not me.
Well, he'll also do a good job, like trying to help you. Right. Rather than
clearing up the confusion.
That's their problem. Cut ties.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, your family is making you feel confused, not me.
Right.
So stop talking to your family.
Although that might be true in some instances.
Yeah, but that's usually like a very clear, obvious, like my mom's, always been a little bit.
Right.
So that was my first sign, was the confusion. Like you're already feeling confused. So you went out of your way to try to find someone outside of your relationship that you haven't been cut off from, which is your second sign. Moving far away and being the sole financial provider to third, you know what I mean? Like,
so
these
he
are
got
all
to choose like this.
They isolate you. They confuse you. They so
go ahead, say the magic word. Say it.
Starts with an N. Ends with an narcissist.
Oh, that's supposed to make me breathe, but I'm not.
That's the point of a narcissist.
Oh, I'm suffocated and isolated.
Exactly.
Huh.
I'm suffocated from you fucking isolating me.
That's right.
Forcing you to be my only source of anything. And it's killing me. Literally.
And there's the death card. And the 10 of Pentacles.
I know. And when you said that, all I thought it was you when you say your reverse things. And I was like, of Tentacles?
Tentacles. Yes.
Anywho, listen to the terror person. If you're not going to listen to your family.
Oh, yeah.
Listen to
her.
her.
This one's kind of like,
Friend.
It feels like a dead giveaway for me.
You already know, but you want or need confirmation, which is
what we're here
natural
for.
And normal.
Oh,
yeah.
That would.
Also that too.
Okay.
We are ill-advised. In case you're new here.
We're above the influence while under it.
That is Pen and I am Tentacle.
Yes. I am Pen.
So that's my...
And I agree with you.
So.
And we even stopped to agree with each other once we heard that one line.
Right. That's true.
We're like, and here we go.
And we're done.
Yep. And I also like to say the N word that ends with narcissist.
Oh, God. I was like, Biff.
No, not that N word.
We can't say the same N words as each other.
Yes, we can.
No. I'm a white.
I'm a white passing. Dear mixed up mystic, you've said a lot about what your partner thinks is right and what your family thinks is right. But what do you think is right for you? Do you even know? Do you ever know? That's what that felt like.
Do you even know? But that's a valid question. We don't think about that.
No, we don't think about that. We're automatically diagnosing people.
Yeah, we're like too convoluted.
Yeah, well, it's because we're fucking life experiencers and we've experienced life.
And N-words.
And N-words. There are a few asides hidden in your letter that are giving me cause for concern here. The specifics of tarot and fortune-telling aside, some people believe in it, others don't. Many seek out readings as a way to connect with their own subconscious feelings and desires, or to get external clarity on a situation they are frightened to face. I'm alarmed by your current living situation. You seem to be saying that you feel isolated and you've moved away from your support network. Your entire world is now focused on your partner and your dog, and it's making you feel suffocated and depressed. What's more, your family are concerned about you enough that they tried to initiate some kind of intervention to stop you from becoming isolated or being intentionally isolated by your boyfriend and try to persuade you to break up with him. I have some questions. How much of your life does your boyfriend have a direct say in? And how often do you agree to keep the peace? Are you happy with the decisions you've made or been persuaded to make? Did you even want to move so far away to begin with? Is there anything else your boyfriend tells you to do or controls? Does he have strong opinions on what you wear, what you spend, and who you talk to? Have you ever sought help? This one's also quite long, but it's pretty much on the same page as us, only with more thoughtful questions. And it ends with, you'll need extra support because lots of women are most vulnerable at the point in which they decide to leave. My best advice would be to go and stay with your family or close friends for a while you speak to experts and figure out whether you should ever go back. You don't need a fortune teller to look inwards and see how safe you feel. So maybe I should have read the rest of it. I'll link it in our show notes because it does go into women's help, women's aid.
Yeah, that is a very good point.
Yep. The signs to watch out for if you're worried about whether you should stay in an unhealthy relationship.
Yeah.
So maybe I shouldn't have glanced over it, but it is quite long.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like we talk about it often.
We should.
Well, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm not, for sure.
I don't think you're arguing it. Safety was another one. We should have tackled that.
Yeah, it is. It is most interest for women when they leave.
But I mean, just in general, we jumped straight to narcissist. We didn't even talk about safety. Like a narcissism, those damn N words. A narcissist doesn't necessarily correlate with unsafe or harm. Not always.
Especially if hasn't escalated yet.
Right. If it's quote unquote, well controlled.
Yeah. If it's been like you're still confused, like, this doesn't feel right, but it isn't blatant yet or obvious yet, or it's not, he hasn't hit me.
Or I don't have grounds to, Yeah. So it wasn't so like alarming, so glaring.
Yeah.
But that's a big one. It
seems like the beginning.
Yeah. Of like that realization.
The escalation.
Yeah.
Like
could always get there.
Goes downhill from here.
Oh, yeah.
He's moved you away from your family. He's removed you from your family. He's moved you away from friends. You're isolated. Like there's only so much more that he can do. So when you start feeling, I'm not sure about this, then that's when it starts getting scarier.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's just nuts altogether.
So yeah, run home.
But that's that part.
Run home as fast as you can.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with advice more. Get out. See you later, sayonara. Hasta luego. Next question. Got other words in there, caveman?
Well, I thought this was going to be like a kind of funny one.
Yeah, I'm kind of...
Because it was like, oh my gosh.
I know.
So hopefully...
Yeah, it took us to
this one
a different turn. I thought it was going to be a funny one too, obviously, why it was picked.
Right.
But damn.
Goddamn narcissist.
Everywhere.
Ruin everything.
Well, hopefully this is one that you and I can't relate to. Well, hopefully this is one you can't relate to. January 16th, 2025. Dear Vix.
Can't relate.
I've lost... Right, you weren't there. I've lost a friend because I can't stand her terrible boyfriend.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Is he a narcissist?
Probably. Aren't they usually? Dear Vix, I've fallen out with one of my oldest and dearest friends because of her awful boyfriend. I can't stand him and she knows that. So does he. I have good reason. He's treated her terribly. He's cheated on her and others before her. He's been abusive towards her and calls her names. He doesn't work or contribute anything to the household bills. Jesus Christ. He doesn't even bother getting out of bed to be able to take the kids to school, even though she's working full time and he isn't. I could understand perhaps if he was a nice guy and just having a few struggles, but he's not even that. He barely looks up when I go around to see my friend. He's rude and gruff and constantly on his phone. I have no proof, but I just know he's cheating on her. Why wouldn't he when he knows he can get away with it? He's done it before and she forgave him. I don't understand why she's allowing herself to be treated this way and why she stays with him. I've been there for her through every terrible row. I've been to the police with her about him before, and I've helped her gather the courage to leave him dozens of times. but she always goes back. I just can't take it anymore. I can't bear seeing this happen over and over to someone I love. To tell you the truth, I actually can't stand discussing it time and time again when nothing changes. It's so repetitive and frustrating. When I tried to explain how I felt about it, she said, I don't understand why you hate him so much. And I was speechless. I just stared at her like she was an alien. It feels like she's trying to completely erase history and pretend nothing has happened. I've given up so much of my time supporting her and trying to help her to leave him, only for her to throw it back in my face and choose to stay. I'm sick of it, so I've distanced myself and we're barely speaking. Am I a terrible friend? Guilty.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a terrible friend?
Yeah, this isn't about you. I can't handle it. Well, how do you think she feels?
I agree and
I was gonna
disagree.
say, I feel like you should answer this. You've been with me through
You've been with me through
all of this.
All of this.
Not this bad.
Not this bad.
I got kids with him. I went back countless times. Your words have repeatedly fallen on deaf ears, and you know what I mean. Like,
yeah, I wouldn't even go to. I don't think
but
it's
you've
even
never
been
one
like
time
this
made it
to you.
about you. Like, I don't even want to hear her talk about it anymore. Like, anytime I called you crying or bitching or screaming or anything, you listened.
Yeah, well, then we've definitely been on the same page together. I think it would be, I understand both sides of it. And I think that it would be kind of lost on us to think that what we go through wouldn't be exhausting for somebody close to us.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm investing emotionally in you and your emotional well-being. Like, yes, I'm going to feel a way about it. And so there are people who step away from the situation, but come back. You know what I mean? Like, protect themselves, come back, protect themselves. Like when they feel like they've got their tank is empty, they refuel and then they come back to kind of help out. And this person is, I think you're right. Yes, it's not about you, but this person is also.
If you're at capacity.
Yeah, it's like they've taken it as their burden.
Yeah.
Rather than understanding that the burden is actually their friends. It's like
they're not understanding like it's their job. Why
they're not making
there's
that
like
chance.
So much more than like, she's so fucking stupid. Why won't she just leave?
But the same thing can be said about the friend who's like, I don't understand why you hate him so much. Like not being on the outside, you know, hindsight is different, but until you get past it, there is no hindsight.
Right.
So I don't think you're a terrible friend. I just don't think you're doing what you need to do to protect yourself or to refuel your tank. And you're making her problems yours.
That's fair. But
I always feel like
I disagree.
You would say this to me.
Because I think approaching it like I'm at capacity is very different than like, how do I say it? Like I'm at capacity is like me and my life and where I'm at. But like this felt like I'm judging you.
Mm-hmm.
And thus, I don't want to. Yeah, we know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you guys are broken up today. Tomorrow you're not going to be. Don't call me next time he hits you and you need to go to the police station.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you sound sucky, the writer. Like, this doesn't feel like it's a lot to watch your best friend suffer when you're on the outside and you know, like this is just the worst for you and you don't deserve this. Your kids don't deserve this. Like that's a lot and that is exhausting. But like no part of that is like how this felt. This didn't feel like that. This felt like I've told her to leave. She won't. Like, I don't know what the fuck's wrong with her. And then she says shit like, I don't know why you hate him so much. Like, yeah, that's shocking to hear. But also that's like zero understanding of like the amount of stuff that is having to do with this situation. Like the extent that it goes to. Kids involved, the cycle of abuse by itself, whether there's kids involved or not. There's just so much that like, yes, it can be exhausting, but like, I don't feel like that affects me showing up for you to the extent that this felt.
Yeah.
Like, this just felt very ignorant.
See, I think it feels immature.
Yeah.
I think it feels like not knowing
the extent of what's going on.
What the
you don't understand why she's staying. You have zero clue.
Yeah, I agree with you.
And
but
you
also
see
not
her
understanding that they're making this their problem. Like not understanding that. Because I think it's really hard as a friend, that especially the friend that's the go-to, the on-call.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, this is a totally different example, but like you call me every time that you need bail and I need to go and come and get you.
Yeah.
And this is not pointed at all.
Although you're the go-to friend.
Only one time. But like you like only when you need bail. And then you come, you get me, I'll hear from you, and then you call me when you need bail again. It's like a friend who only calls you when they need something. And then you give it to them, kind of carry on, and you call them again when you need something, and over. And it gets draining to the point where you're like, she thinks I'm made of. She thinks that I'm here for this. I give her advice to do this, so I don't have to keep doing this for her. Sometimes it gets hard to not make that situation about you. However, with this specific example, I can see how it should be like, you should be looking at this from the perspective of your friend and not your experience. But for people who don't know and who don't understand that, you know what I mean? Who don't know that, like, think about this, how ignorant the people that we've grown up around who don't know this now,
right? That
are just like ready to judge somebody else. Like,
oh, for sure.
You know, there are people who are genuinely out there who just don't know. And this is what this feels like to me. It feels immature. Like, I've never been through this. I've never encountered this with anyone else. And this friend just keeps going back,
Yeah.
You know, and sometimes I wish that Maury and Jerry Springer were still around so people could be exposed to that kind of shit. Because I feel like it or not, that's the kind of stuff that we grew up with, that we were able to see that, you know, if we weren't living it, right? But we were able to see that, how that affected other people and what that effect was, like how the extent of that effect.
Right.
It wasn't the person, rather than it was just like they were making a decision to stay in a relationship.
Yeah.
No, so much more than that. But where are you to know that?
Yeah.
Where are you to experience that?
Yeah.
It's just, I think it's difficult to just be like, you're a shit friend. Because any other time, like I've been in this position where I'm just kind of like,
don't call me.
I can't help you anymore. Like, I've done everything I can, like, fuck off.
Yeah. So, see, I'm speaking from, I've had the friend that only calls when they need something, only calls to bitch about the shitty boyfriend.
Yeah, I know, I'm sorry.
Only calls to, like, it's a breakup every week, but you know you're going to... I
said I'm sorry.
You're going to sit there and comfort them, and then next week they're going to be back together pretending to be perfect on Facebook, and...
Oh, I didn't do that.
And then the week after that, she's going to be calling you again. Oh my God, he's doing this or he is doing, I'm just so done. And you're like, yeah, you're so done. Let's go pack your bags. And then you show up and she's like, oh, we've made up. And that's not this for me. This is different. And so that's why I'm like, sure. The first scenario, oh my God, bitch, stop calling me. Yeah, we know. You and your boyfriend broke up. We know. Like, I don't even want to hear it. I don't want to hear when you broke up. I don't want to hear when you get back together. Because you're not interested in, like, that. You're committed to this. And I'm good. I'm full. But this specifically, he's abusive. They got kids. Like, this doesn't feel like she's in the toxicity. It feels like a genuine domestic violence situation. Yes, abuse cycle, where it's like there's so many factors at play. And like, just shut up and be a supportive friend.
Yeah.
She'll leave when she's fucking ready.
Yes.
And the more support she has and knows, okay, I can call Ray and he'll come, no questions asked. I'll pack my bags when I'm ready. That's like in the back of my mind, I have a small hint of safety. I'm safe, even though I'm staying in this very unsafe situation. But I still know that when it does get for me, not for anybody else's definition of unsafe, but for my own unsafe, I have that out.
Mm-hmm.
And that feels really great in these situations as a fucking domestic abuse survivor. Knowing that I have 1, 2, maybe 3 people that I can call regardless, that's a make or break. Genuinely.
You are very right.
Because it's like, if I don't even have that, I'm not even going to try to leave. And if I do try to leave, where the fuck am I going to go? So I don't leave, because where am I going to go? Who am I going to call? But she's not there yet. And so just shut up and show up when you can. I'm not saying give more than you have, because we can't. But like, it feels like well, I would never stay in this situation. Like you're understanding it from your understanding, which I get, it's all we can do. But there needs to be some room of like, I don't get it, but I love her. She's my friend and I'm here.
Yeah. And I agree with that. So I think from my perspective, I would answer this rather than answering whether or not you're a shitty friend.
Man, whatever, Beth.
I would say, I know. I'm not going to say yes or no. I'm going to say, I think you're thinking about this from your perspective and not how it's affecting your friend.
And not, yeah.
And I think maybe you should reframe before you answer that question for yourself.
Yeah, that's a good answer.
Oh, that felt
good. Bad good.
Adult.
Healthy.
I just want to tell people to fuck off.
I therapize.
Watch your mouth. But I think that's it. Like, let's reframe. Like, what are you going through compared to your friend?
Right.
Why are you going through what your friend is going through?
Or even the thought of, I don't understand why she stays in this. Like, you don't have to.
Right.
To still be a friend or to still be supportive. And it's hard to remove the, I would never do that. Or I would have left a long time ago. Or, right? Because if we haven't been through it, it's hard to say what we're going to do or what we're not going to do. So it is hard to like remove yourself from that. But like, I think that's your first sign. When you're saying like, I don't understand. Well, that's because
you don't understand.
There's more to it that you may never understand.
Yep.
And you get to choose which friend you want to be.
Yeah.
You don't have to understand, and you don't have to continue to be there for her.
But also recognize that like when you're at capacity, take that time to refill your tank. You're not
this
fucking
feels
good.
Different.
You're not
this
fucking
feels
good to
judgy
anybody.
and
maybe
ignorant.
But also that I think that's super important for anybody to know too. Like you're not going to be able to help anybody if you're not in the position to help somebody.
Absolutely.
You know, I think that's just important across the board.
Yeah.
Whether or not we agree on that relative to this question, it's super important to be
we
like,
do say all the time, you're at where you're at.
Yeah.
If you're at capacity, you're at capacity for sure.
Even that feels like you're at where you're at. Just like, it feels like a cop-out sometimes.
I actually had that session with Lucy one time.
Yeah. But it's true.
And that was the first time she cursed at me.
Oh, this sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because she pretty much was saying, like, you're at where you're at stuff. And I was like, yeah, but I should. And she's like, says fucking who? And I was like, oh, you're right. Says who?
Says who?
Says who? Who the fuck says I need to be over something traumatic? Or who says I should be doing X, Y, or Z when I'm
who
like,
says?
when I'm not there? And then we stay stuck because we're telling ourselves we should be doing something different.
Right.
When we fucking really don't need to be yet.
Yeah. It's a true story.
Yeah. You're at where you're fucking at.
But it still feels like
it's hard to disconnect
was
from
it
that.
Recently was it to you that I said something? Oh, or somebody, I was supposed to do something. And I was just like,
You said I need to accept that.
I'm just at where
I'm full. Like I'm pretty much at capacity.
Like I don't have anything. What was that about?
Well, we were going to go to Shailene's.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And I was like, so how are you feeling? Are you up for it? And you were just like, honestly, I need to just.
And that's a perfect example for this question, actually, in a way. But yeah. Like I was just...
It would have been too much on your plate.
Like my plate was so full and I was
to...
physically, not just mentally, physically exhausted.
Oh, yeah. That's...
Just physically exhausted. My body was like, just fucking stop before I make you stop.
And know.
Whose body tells me to stop?
You know when you don't listen.
My body tells me. And I'm usually...
Your body is the first thing to be like, bitch, we told you to stop.
Oh my God.
Now look at you. Can't get off the couch.
My body is the tarot cards. My body's like, you see what's hurting right now? This is your first warning.
Your body is the opposite of this friend.
No shit. I know. My body's so supportive.
Like, go ahead. Go ahead. Call me one more time. Tell me you're not feeling all right. Go ahead. Call me one more time. Tell me you're going to the gym even though you shouldn't be.
My body's like, my glass is empty.
Go back, Biff.
Oh.
Go ahead. Go back.
Oh my God.
And call me when you're done.
But isn't that the best example?
Yes.
But you know what? It felt like a cop-out writing that. But it was true. And I was just like, just fucking.
It's hard because society says. That's
because
what
society
Lucy says fucking ho.
Because society. And I just pictured you rolling your eyes at it.
Yeah.
And then you're like.
No, I super didn't.
No, I know you didn't. I just pictured it while I was writing it too. Like this fucking bitch.
I hope that was a reflection of you and not me.
Oh, totally me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't ever want to be that
me
friend.
Disappointing somebody again? What?
How dare I?
Oh, fucking forget it. But this column should be about us, but it isn't. Would you like the response?
This whole podcast is about us.
Oh, right.
Duh.
Sorry, you've been ill-advised.
This is Ray and Stephanie.
That's right.
Sorry, Stephanie and Ray.
Oh, so sorry. Hoes before bros. Dear Guilty. You're not a terrible friend. You can't be. You love your friend and want the best for her. Hold on. You love your friend and want the best for her. I understand your anger.
Except for when she doesn't listen to you.
Clear upset and frustration. The problem is your friend doesn't want to be saved.
Can't save her.
It's a cliche, but it's true. The only person who can save her is her. I don't know how I feel about that line. I understand it. I'm just going to keep reading.
Well, that's why I said she'll leave when she's ready.
Yeah,
she's not there yet.
I know. I just don't love the way that it was written.
Yeah,
She doesn't want to be saved.
She doesn't.
I know. I just don't like it.
Because you know that she's going to, at some point, want to be saved.
Yes. But I don't like it.
So for her to fight against it is hard. Because
it's kind of like give up on her. She doesn't want to be saved. Give up on her. That's what it felt like to me.
Oh, I didn't get that, but that makes sense.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Got it.
But I get it. It's cliche, but it's true. The only person who can save her is her. But there's more to consider here, not least the fact that your friend is in an abusive relationship. It can be incredibly difficult to get out, so the element of choice and agency is a gray area. These kinds of relationships are usually slippery and full of fear, confusion, even threat. It's easy to say, why don't you just leave? It's only when you've been in an abusive relationship that you can understand how hard it is.
And there it is.
I would imagine your friend is being treated in an inconsistent way, being fed breadcrumbs of affection, just enough to keep her there. Toxic partners often rely on being hot and cold or Jekyll and Hyde to make sure you stay. Oh, I did that to leave. No?
That became your survival, maybe?
I think so.
Which is different than intentionally inflicting.
Okay. It wasn't being abused or anything like that, but I understand. They'll be, physically abused.
Right.
They'll be affectionate.
Not that it needs to be stressed.
What?
Abuse is abuse.
I suppose. I mean, yes. I did not mean to minimize that. Wow. Okay, I'm done.
It's human nature. Get it. Human nature.
Yes.
Well, it's not like he hit you.
Right. They'll be affectionate 1 minute, withholding the next. It's a bit like gambling. It leaves the victim walking on eggshells, desperately hoping for a win. On TV and in films, we often see this played out where one person is violent or verbally abused and tries to make up for it by buying flowers or breaking down in a tearful apology, swearing they didn't mean it and will never do it again. It never stops the behavior from repeating itself. Of course. Some domestic abuse charities report that it takes victims an average of 7 attempts before they finally leave. The most important thing is that she has someone there to support her when she does. Biff, nailed it. Mm-hmm. That's where you come in. It can be deeply frustrating, even maddening for us to watch people we care about make terrible decisions. You want to shake them to make them see sense, or you might find it so upsetting that you shout at them and tell them they're being stupid. You might even cut them off to wash your hands of the whole thing. I get it. It's hard and painful, but it won't help your friend. The sad truth is that the more isolated she feels, the less she may feel.
She won't leave.
Right. That's what you... Thanks for filling that in. The less she'll feel able to leave this horrible sounding man. Perhaps you can show her what real love looks like and feels like by being there for her unconditionally. Oh, that doesn't have to mean immersing yourself in her problems, though. Sometimes we can be over-involved to the point it's starting to affect us and our own well-being. Mm. For your own sake, I think a bit of distance isn't a bad thing, but make sure it's distance from endlessly discussing their relationship, not your friend. You loved each other before this man came on the scene. I would suggest trying to refocus on what brought you together in the first place. And then there's information for the domestic abuse hotline in the UK. And you can find that in our show notes.
Mm. And for not the UK.
Of course.
Yeah.
I don't know. I love the blend of
us.
Mm-hmm. And that
was me
response.
And your answer.
Yeah. It was beautiful. It's like, but your tank might be like not full, so let's fix that.
Like, sure.
But like, stop being a shitty friend.
Right.
Yeah. That was good.
Like, stay there for your friend, but also take a moment for yourself when you need to.
Yeah.
Because it is hard and easy to get sucked in, or
that's
like...
why you usually hear about those stories with parents getting like bogged down and like disowning their kids, because parents can't.
Oh my God.
Can you imagine having to not invest in your child to take care of yourself?
No.
Like, it makes so much sense.
That's why
once you have
everyone
a kid.
goes to Dr. Phil.
Because
Dr. Phil's like, you're enabling. And she's like, but my daughter can't live on the streets. And he's like, yeah, she can, bitch.
She'll make it just fine.
And she will.
And she did.
Oh. Yeah. All right. What
do you think about Victoria?
Oh, right.
This
Our
was
first
new.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's great.
Yeah, I like her.
She's very me and you combined.
Yes.
She's like logically and emotionally.
Right.
Your logic, I'm emotion. In case you're new here.
Sometimes I feel like that's the other way around.
I would love to hear just one example of when I'm logic over emotion. Like,
well, I think this was a good example, but I think
this was pure experience.
But
I've been the friend of like, bitch, stop calling me.
Right.
I don't care about you and your boyfriend who broke up 82 times yesterday. But I've also been the, Beth, he's such a piece of shit. I'm done. Take me to the police station. Oh, just kidding. We're back together. So this was like, for me, this was a very clear difference of like, this doesn't feel like, oh my God, I know. This was like, okay, yes, it's tiring and exhausting and painful to watch my best friend do this, but like, it ain't about me. It's about her, especially when there's kids involved. She needs to get through this by whatever means necessary. If it's calling me at 3 a.m. to cry about her abusive boyfriend, okay. It shouldn't take too much energy out of me to just, I'm sorry. I'm sorry he did this to you. I'm sorry he did this to you again.
Yeah.
So I don't feel like I'm logic.
But I think it's a blend. I think it can be a blend, because I think I can try to be logical and sometimes I can't remove the emotion from it. So that takes over. And I think because you have more of this mindset, this psychologically wired mind, that I think you're coming from more of a logical perspective, even though you think it's emotional. It's really that sixth sense that you have.
Oh, I guess I can see how that could be logical. I mean? Like, logically, she's not like there's more here than what we're seeing, or thinking, or feeling. Right. Okay. I suppose.
So I'm going to say it's a good blend, but I feel like you're more logical. Maybe it depends on the subject.
Yeah.
Can we go with that?
Yeah.
I'm sold.
I'm never going to agree with I'm more. logical. I think strictly when it
How about
comes
blend?
to
We're a good blend.
understanding
We're like a better wine than this.
or like accepting people or situations. Or
You're
that,
way better at accepting
then, like, I
people
think
and
that's
situations.
where I may, as you say, I can see that could be logic.
And because
more
I'm
than
like, I'm at
emotion-based.
capacity.
You're like,
There's
that
my
bitch is
emotion.
annoying.
I'm fucking done.
And I'm like,
I am removing myself from
I'm like,
this.
that bitch had a horrible childhood.
You are a total
course she's
inconvenience. See? And we're probably talking about the same person. Are we?
Talks too much.
I'm not talking about anybody,
Oh,
actually.
I specifically thought of one person that you were like, oh my gosh, she's so annoying. She talks too much. And I'm like, yeah, of course she did. Her childhood was fucking shit. Of course, she just wants to talk and feel normal and feel like she has something to say.
Oh my God, who are we talking about? Oh, how did I know?
Because you called her annoying one day. Or not, I don't think you said annoying. I think you said she fucking talks too much. And I'm like, no shit. Because when she was younger.
Oh, I probably said she doesn't shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah.
That's me.
And I was like, damn, of course she doesn't. Because
See?
at home.
Emotional, logical.
Yeah, but strictly having to do with this type of topic. Everything else.
It doesn't matter.
Everything else is not. I don't.
That's bullshit because there have been so many discussions and occasions where you've been able to pull me backwards separate
when
from
you're
what you
in
feel.
Something.
Yeah.
That's very different.
Mm-hmm.
That's like.
Why is that
from
different?
the outside looking in? Because that's with everyone.
but that's
Everyone's more
logic.
logical on the outside of a situation.
That's not true.
That is true.
No, not everyone's logical, period.
That's true. But specifically,
I don't know. I just think that
easier.
I think you're smarter than you think you are. And I think that you're able to.
But I never said I was stupid.
I think you're able to pull yourself out of these things and not rely on emotion.
You're a jerk.
Whatever.
Smarter than I think I am. I'm talking about logic and emotion, not intelligence.
That's true.
You
You're
twat.
right. That's like when I'm like, oh, I feel fat, but you're still beautiful. I wasn't saying I was fucking
Right. I
ugly.
didn't say I was ugly. I just said I'm fucking fat.
Okay. All right. Okay. Forgive me.
Bitch. I don't know.
Please.
You just called me stupid.
I didn't call you. I actually didn't.
No, you didn't. You said I think I'm stupid.
That's right.
Which might be
I
worse.
sure did. I don't know if that's
I'm not
worse.
calling you stupid, but I think that you think you're stupid.
I think, oh,
Right?
I don't know. Is that worse?
That might be worse because I never one time claimed to be stupid.
No, but you're not stupid.
I know.
But I don't think
And
you
I never
think you're
thought
stupid.
it was. But you just said.
I know. I pulled up what I hate from everybody else. And now I finally get it. Fucking whatever. This is not a self-growth podcast, is it? Sometimes it is.
Yeah, I suppose.
But that's it. That's all we've got this week.
Okay.
Tell your best friend you love them.
Don't be a bitch.
Don't be a bitch. And we'll do this again next week.
Sure will. Sure will.
Without the hiccup.
I was going to say God willing.
God willing, yes. Just praise Jesus and the Lord.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
dick.
I
do praise Jesus and the Lord.
Right now?
Why not?
I suppose that's
Praise him in the...
very
I don't know the Bible
morning,
verse.
in the evening,
No, it's like
at
praise
supper
him in
time.
Probably,
When
honestly.
you're praising over bagels, you can praise Jesus anytime.
Yeah. Duh.
I love bagels.
Makes me want cream cheese real bad.
Yeah, I want a cream cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. We're done. So tune in next week when we do this shit all over again. And until then, you're beautiful, you're wonderful. Everything about you is delicious.
Don't be a shitty friend.
And leave them anyway because all men are trash. And thank you for listening.
You've been ill-advised.
I don't know. That was really good advice. Get the fuck out.
That's why I said it so enthusiastically.
Run, bitches.
You've been ill-advised.
If he's a man, you is not a match. Ill-Advised is hosted and produced by Stephanie and Ray.
AKA your Beths.
Send us your questions, your comments, all of your concerns
And your drink recommendations.
to illadvisedthepodcast@gmail.com. You can catch up on all of our episodes and our show notes at illadvisedthepodcast.com.
Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at illadvisedthepodcast. And don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe.
On Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, or wherever you listen.
You've been ill-advised.